Hi, Jen Fiant here. I have one alignment tip for you today that will help you instantly feel stronger in a plank position just by changing where you're bearing weight on your hands. Hope you find this helpful. Let me know how it goes. So often we don't really think very much about the hand placement in a plank position with those arms out in front of you, whether you're doing it on the floor or on a raised surface or even just on the wall, which is a really, really good place to start in establishing a safer alignment for your plank position. But we tend to put a lot of weight on the inside of the wrist joint here, right by the thumb. This is where we tend to kind of push from. When we have more of the weight bearing on the thumb joint and we're rolling the hands in this way, you'll notice that you also have more activation and engagement through the insides of the arms. So you'll feel your biceps and the fronts of your shoulders and your pecs engaged a little bit more. And it sometimes takes us a little bit into this kind of hunched position here in the plank. So we get this sort of locked down, hunched position when we're weight bearing on the arms. So instead, we don't want to take that joint off the wall or off the floor where we're bearing weight, but I want you to think about putting more weight on the outside of your hand, the pinky line surface of your hand while you stretch your palms open. When you start to put a little bit more of the weight distributed on the outside of the wrist joint here, it actually helps you activate the triceps muscle, the long head of the triceps, specifically in the plank or with the arms overhead and, for example, a downward facing dog. That muscle draws the shoulder back into, because it attaches into the shoulder blade, it connects your shoulder into your back here and into your rib cage. So that will help you activate your core more and feel your upper back muscles supporting your body weight as opposed to the front of the shoulders and the chest where it feels a little bit unsustainable if you're doing a lot of repetitions or if you're spending quite a bit of time in that position. So this is a great tool to get that wrist pain that we get on the insides of the wrists out of the picture here, and also helps firm up and tone the back of the arms, which we love as ladies, having a little bit of strength through the backs of the arms here. So just to demonstrate once here, if I place my hands on the wall at shoulder height, you can see here, if I put my weight on the insides of my arms, it sort of rolls them inward. So you can see my shoulder kind of rolls in. So now I have a lot of pressure on my chest muscles and it's pulling my throat forward. So it puts a little bit of tension on my neck as well. Now if I were in this plank position on the floor, this would feel like a lot of work to maintain. But for me, what I want to do instead is spread my palms of my hands and plant the outside of the hand a little bit more without taking my thumb off the wall. I want to keep the whole hand planted. But just putting a little more weight on the outsides of the hands helps rotate those arm bones and plug them back into the sockets. And you can see in my own tone of my arms that I get a little bit of a cut here in the back of the arm. And now I'm holding myself up from my triceps or underneath my arms, and I can feel an activation at the bottom of my shoulder blade here into my back. So now it feels to me like really steady and firm here. Like I could hold this for a nice long time, and also my neck is free to move, so I don't have any tension there. It really helps me get a connection from the wall or from the floor in the plank position into my torso so that I have a little bit more strength and a little safer alignment with less pressure on the delicate joints of the neck, for example, and in the shoulders. So if you want to try that at some point or just think about this and revisit it next time you're in this position, you can even do your push-ups. It doesn't matter which way your elbows go or point, but you're going to feel more strength coming through the back, all the way down the backs of the arms and into the wall. And that gives me this sort of leverage that helps me really balance and hold myself up with less pressure in my joints. So give that one a shot and let me know how it goes. And you can always start on the wall. That's a nice way to start if you do have any wrist pain or issues or arthritis, but it's also great to just kind of throw yourself on the floor and see if you can find that connection of working under the back of the arm into your upper back via your shoulder blade or your scapula here for support.